under the surgery in 3 days from now, so I'm almost done with my pre-op diet. It was not so bad. It was, it's hard the first days, yes, for sure, because, and today I want to give you this tip, this important tip, because most of the people say, suppose that you have your gastric surgery by the end of the month, you needed to start your pre-op diet. Not all the surgeons they want you do that, but most of them yes, because you need to shrink your liver. So most of them they're gonna tell you, so start your pre-op diet 14 days before the surgery. And what the people doing, they spend the previous couple of weeks before starting the pre-op diet to say hello to foods, or to say hello in the way they usually eat. Like they're gonna getting crazy in McDonald's. Other people they go and eat the entire menu from the KFC, because it's normal. It looks like you say goodbye to all this freaking stuff, but that makes more complicated to start your pre-op diet, because you go from a very high calories intake to almost nothing for between 1 day to another. So I am in a lot of Facebook groups, and I noticed that many people they do that. Like if they have to start the pre-op diet Monday, Sunday they have a super huge dinner with everything, and then Monday they start the pre-op liquid diet. That is crazy for your body. It's very dramatic changes in your behavior and in your physiology. So I strongly suggest you to fade in the liquid diet very slowly, starting with maybe 2 weeks before the pre-op liquid diet, with maybe all vegetables or all lean diet, like no more sugars, no more carbs, no more fat meat, but starting to have more as much as you want, but just vegetables and fruits maybe. And then when you start your pre-op liquid diet, the transition is much easier and smoother. So that is my suggestion, because I did, actually what I did is I'm starting the first week I don't have to lose so much weight. I lose in my pre-op diet 10 pounds. Because I was 205 when I'm starting, and now I am 195. And I'm probably gonna reach 185 before the surgery in the next 3 days. What I did is I add my protein shakes, 2 by a day, usually 1 in the morning and 1 when I have no time to have my, some food. And then I put inside in my pre-op diet some chicken breast, obviously cooked without any oil, without nothing. The only thing I used when I cook my chicken breast is broiled chicken broth. And obviously I try to make the chicken breast a little bit more tasty using spicy or other stuff. They are allowed. And I add a lot of vegetables, tons of vegetables. It helped me very much to go through this freaking diet, because vegetables, at least they give you the sense you eat something. You go on the table with your family and you eat with them, because otherwise it's really too much. It's too frustrating, especially for people that have addiction from food like us. So my pre-op diet, it was like that. I put some fruits, very, not too much, like 1 tangerine, 10, 15 grapes, and maybe a couple of, across the day, a couple of apples. And I add as much as I want, even, my nutritionist, that is fine. All green vegetables like asparagus or salad or other stuff. I take out totally any food, any fat, any sugar, any sweeteners, sweet stuff. all carbs, no pasta, no bread, nothing else. I'm doing pretty well. I'm energetic, much more energetic than my previous diet when I eat everything. I was crap all day most of the time. So I'm energetic. Obviously, I have up and down during the day. Sometimes I'm really tired because you don't need much food. You don't have much calories. Probably my diet is around 700 calories now. But most of the day I'm fine. I'm energetic. I got an headache just the first couple of days, and then it was great. After that, it was great. So I'm 11, 12 days out from my pre-op diet. So far, so good. I'm still doing my spirometer, exercise to prepare myself for the surgery, especially for the anesthesia. And I will leave for Tijuana 2 days from now, and I have my surgery next Friday, November the 20th, 2015. Suggestion: I told you I very focused on be mentally prepared to the transition. How I manage my thought. First of all, I'm a type of guy that usually collect a lot of information. I'm reading a lot of blogs. I'm reading a lot of other people's experience. I'm watching a lot of. Fortunately, we have a lot of sources for that. But I'm watching a lot of videos from doctors, from patients, from people they been through, from people they have to go through the surgery, and from people they are very out years from the surgery. What to expect? What I'm learning usually, it's important to listen to other people's experience for sure to be prepared. But in the end, I figured out that all people they have different experience. Some people they get out from the surgery very well. Other people they struggle to drink. Other people they have problems, with some, some complications. So it's not easy to have a path, have a common path to everybody. For sure, it's a learning phase. It's a learning curve. You have to learn again to use your body, especially in the food intake. So you have to learn how to eat, how to drink, how to manage your new life. It's quite exciting because you know that your previous life they brought you here, and it was a problem. And so for sure, everybody that go through this surgery is exciting because they know that is kind of the last chapter to close a very sad part of your life, and it looks like you have to write a new chapter of your life, and that is exciting. Obviously, there is a struggling. I just update, for example, my Windows 8 to Windows 10. I'm struggling too because for many years I worked with Windows 7, sorry. And when you do something for many years, you are used to everything is very familiar, is very comfortable. But then when you switch, the switching is really dramatic. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. But the switching by itself is dramatic. But after the learning phase, the first learning phase, you understand and you get the advantage to change yourself, to challenge yourself to change. Because you find something that usually is positive, because change by itself is positive in any way. Okay, so that is my main thought. So I'm super excited to go through the surgery. Obviously, I have some worries. I try to keep these worries out from my mind. Every time they came up in my pattern of thought. I say, okay, there go there. I don't keep thinking about it. I don't try to elaborate them. I just they come up, I see them, and they get out. So I was like, from now on, especially when you get close to the date, you start to have some thought. You say, okay, it's a risky surgery. Every surgery have a risk for sure. I don't know what's happened to my body after the surgery. How can I accept it? I don't care. I know what I'm past in the past years. I know that for sure because it was there, and I wanna go over. I wanna start a new chapter of my life where I feel confident in my body, where I feel energetic, when I can play with my kids, and I have the energy to do it. This is my goal. So, and feel better, that for sure, because I don't want to take any pills, any freaking stuff like a CPAP or other stuff. The first thing I want to do after a month, I want to sell my CPAP. I don't want to see any more this freaking CPAP in my life. It's one of the worst things ever. Yeah, I know most of you guys have a problem with the sleep apnea. It's really strictly related to the overweight. So people that use the CPAP, they can understand me. What it means, just these big changes. Wake up in the morning without the CPAP and feel rested. For me, it's a dream for now. I hope they're getting real after the surgery. So, yeah, I already lose 10 pounds. It's fine. I don't want to be focused on pounds or, scale, other freaking stuff. I don't care. Since I watch myself and I feel well and I feel in my body well, I don't care much about the scale. Obviously, scale is important to monitorize your result and eventually make some adjustment, but I'm strongly suggest that you use your scale maybe every couple of weeks. Some people, they use it every day. That is make no really sense to me. I don't think it make any sense to anybody, especially for women. Most of the people that go through the surgery are women. I don't identify many men or through the surgery, but women are crazy. They are on the scale 2 times a day. It doesn't really make any sense. Especially you have your period, you retain more, liquid than men. So you can define yourself as a really, unstable weight. Believe me, is it better to have maybe to weight yourself a couple of times during the month and then you do the average, and that is your real weight. Otherwise it makes no really sense, because some people, they're getting got depressed because I gained weight or I didn't lose any weight, and I looks like I did this for nothing. Doesn't make any sense. Watch yourself in the mirror. If you feel comfortable, and especially if you wake up in the morning, you are rested, and if you are energetic, that means you are fine, you are good. So the surgery went very well. Okay, so my next streaming, it will be, it's not streaming, my next video will be maybe before the surgery. And good luck to everybody, especially the people that go through the surgery in November 2015. Keep in touch.